Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today I'm going to make a delicious, warm and comforting caldo de pollo, which is a Mexican chicken soup. This is what we're going to use. I have some corn on the cob. I have this frozen one. Some salt. Half an onion. We got 3 garlic cloves. We have a couple of potatoes. We have 2 celery sticks. We have 4 here, but I might just end up using 3 carrots and some zucchini and the chayote. So that's what we're going to start off with. We're also going to add cilantro and oregano, and we'll see what else we have on hand. I always struggle with getting all the ingredients prepared ahead of time because usually I just go by what I have on hand. And sometimes I forget, like I forgot to get out the cilantro. I forgot to get out the onion and garlic also, but I just put it here. So that's why in some of my videos you will see different ingredients added as I go along. It's kind of like a muscle memory thing. Like I don't remember until I'm actually cooking it. I have my water coming to a boil. That's about 10 cups of water. And I'm going to use, there's 6 chicken thighs, but I just took the skin off and cut them in half. I just left the skin on one of them, and I'm going to leave the skin on the drumsticks also. I like to take off the skin on most of them. Usually if I'm doing only thighs, I would take off the skin from half of them and leave the other half with skin. That way the caldo could get some flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the boiling water. Okay, now that we got the chicken in the water, we're going to go ahead and wait for it to come to a boil. Once it starts boiling, we're going to take off all the foam that rises to the top. So we'll wait for that. And while we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and start peeling the carrots and get everything ready to place in the pot as well. Okay, so now as you can see, that foam started rising to the top, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We don't want any of that. We're going to get rid of as much as we can. And then we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Alright, now I'm going to add the onion. I'm going to go ahead and chop it into pieces because I go ahead and leave it in there because I don't mind the onion. But if you don't want to leave the onion till the end, you could place it in like this. Just make sure the root is intact. And later you could take it out when it's done cooking. I got 3 garlic cloves I cut up, and I'm going to go ahead and add those as well. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt, about a tablespoon or 2. I'm going to let this cook for about 15 minutes, and after the 15 minutes I'm going to go ahead and add the carrots and the chayote, which take longer to cook than the rest of the vegetables. And in the meantime, I'm going to prepare the rest of the vegetables also. I forgot, we're also going to add some cilantro. I just got a handful, and we're going to go ahead and add that in. And also some oregano. And I have these small potatoes, so I'm just going to take off the parts that are a little bit, the parts that I don't want on there. And I'm just going to cut these in half because they're not too big. They're pretty small. I'm going to cut off some of these eyes and make sure there's no rotten parts on them or anything. I'm going to go ahead and place the potatoes in some water. That way they don't discolor while we're waiting for them to get their turn. And set them aside. Now time for the zucchini. I like to cut them in half. You could cut them however you want, in rounds or even slices like this. But I just like to cut them in half moons. So it's been about 15 minutes, so now I'm going to go ahead and throw in the carrots. And the chayote as well. We're going to give those about 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, we'll add the potatoes. Potatoes and celery. Okay, so now it's been about 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and add in the potatoes. And the celery. Let's see how many corns we could fit in there. Okay, we got all 8 corns in there. It's going to get filled up to the top, but that's okay. We're going to eat it all anyway. Last time I filled it to the top and I thought we were going to have leftovers. And we only had enough for like 1 serving, so I got to get a bigger pot. So let's let that come to a boil. And once it's been in there for probably about 10 or 15 minutes, then we'll go ahead and add the zucchini. Or squash if you have Mexican squash. Okay, so I went ahead and checked the potatoes and they're done already. They're still kind of firm, but they're done. So now I'm going to add the calabacitas, the zucchini. I'm going to get those in there. They don't need much to get done, so just gonna dunk those in there. And I'm gonna cut up some more cilantro and I'm gonna place it in there as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna add some cilantro, some diced cilantro. And like I told you guys earlier, I forgot to put in some bay leaves, so I added those in as well. And now we'll just leave it a couple more minutes so that the zucchini gets done. And that all depends on however you like them. If you like them really soft, then go ahead and wait till they get soft. And if not, then at this point you could go ahead and check for the salt, because the chicken is already done by now, so you don't have to worry about it not being done. You could adjust the salt however you want it. If you want to add chicken bouillon powder, you could go ahead and add some of that too for a little extra flavor. Usually it depends on the chickens. Sometimes they come out really nice and with a good flavor, and sometimes they don't. So that all depends on the chicken. Okay, so the zucchinis are already how I like them, kind of halfway cooked. I don't like them to be too mushy, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off now, and we'll serve up a bowl. Okay guys, so here's my chicken soup. It has tons of vegetables and some chicken and lots of flavorful ingredients. So go ahead and make yourselves a bowl for this cold winter days. And honestly, even I eat caldo throughout the year, even though it's not winter. If you like this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up, And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more meal inspiration. Thank you so much for watching.